welcome, man. I appreciate you coming through today.
Oh yeah.
First time with us. Tell me, how long you been dealing with these nail issues here?
Oh man, it's about 30-something years.
30-something years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's been about this, like this condition for that long?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, you'd be surprised to hear that it's not that uncommon that people to be dealing with this issue for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so what's been done so far to help it to get better?
I was going to this podiatry, but she was clipping my nail too tight, kept cutting my skins. She's an older lady.
Okay.
You know.
Did you ever have your nails tested or anything like that to see what was causing them to look like this?
I think I did, but I forgot.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Well, we're going to get it. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to
test,
not only trim the nails, but we're going to send samples of what we collect to the lab.
Okay.
And the lab is going to do two things. They're going to run. They're going to look at it under the microscope for the presence of fungal organisms. Then they're going to run a DNA test on what they see. See what organism or organisms, if it's more than one. So we can determine exactly what we call the causative agent or what it is, and then how to treat it.
Okay.
Right?
That's
right. Because different organisms respond to different medications.
That's true.
So we need to make sure we're on the up and up to make sure we're on the right road to get this all squared away.
I'm glad I came in because she didn't do none of that. Well, don't tell me.
Well, we'll see what needs to be done.
Okay.
Instead of just guessing.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate that. That's what my wife said. You better go up there. She kept, you know.
How long you been a chef?
Over 30-something years.
Yeah.
I've been out there like 38 years.
Well, we see these issues a lot in food service.
Right.
Because it's one of those occupations when you're on your feet a lot.
All the day long.
Right.
10 hours, 10, 12 hours sometimes.
And so it's a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's certain type of shoes you have to wear, right? What type of shoes you typically wear in the kitchen?
Slip resistant.
Slip resistant. And the issue with some of those slip resistant, because not only are they slip resistant, they're waterproof too, right?
Yeah.
What's supposed to be anyway.
Supposed to be, but I don't.
But
after further times, water get in your feet and everything else.
Well, that contributes to the issue.
Yeah, that's
especially if it's fungal. A lot of moisture contributes to the growth of fungus.
So, but lately I've been trying to buy a New Balance tennis shoe to work on. So that's why I've been trying to get New Balance.
Have you been having any pain, any discomfort in anything else?
Oh, yeah. Not in the nail, but on my feet.
You know, the bottom of my feet where the calluses are?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Not that one got away from you. All right. Now, it also looks like you have an athlete's foot, which is a fungal infection of the skin, particularly on the bottom, and or between the toes.
Right.
I'm going to prescribe antifungal cream for you to start using right away.
Okay.
Okay.
But
then we will hold on to how we're going to treat toenails until we get the report back from the lab.
Okay, that's good.
Let me see how thick this big toenail is.
Yeah, I see it.
Ooh. There. You see all that build up there?
Yeah, that's a lot of build up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that looks like 30 years of work, man.
Yeah. Yep, you're right about that.
Now, when we're dealing with these issues, you know, fungal infections of the skin and the nails of the feet.
Right.
not only is it important to deal with those issues directly,
Right.
but we also have to deal with our shoes.
Right. Okay.
So one of the recommendations I always give my patients that are dealing with this is to rotate through your shoes. Don't wear the same shoes 2 days in a row. How many pair of work shoes do you have?
One.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to recommend you get a second pair of work shoes.
Okay.
So what you want to do is, say you go to work on Monday. When you get home from your shift, you take them off and you.
I take them soon. I'll finish my shift. I take them.
Take them off. Now, do they stay there at work or do you take them home?
I stay. They leave me. They stay at work.
You have a locker at work? All right. So what I would recommend then is you get a shoe spray or some kind of surface disinfectant like Lysol or something like that.
Okay.
And you spray out the inside of your shoes at the end of your shift.
Okay.
Before you lock them up.
Okay.
And
like Lysol.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay.
And you be sure you spray out the inside of your shoes from the heel all the way down to the inside.
Where the toes. Yeah. Okay.
And then Tuesday you wear the other pair.
Okay. Rotate them.
Yeah, rotate them.
And spray them.
Exactly.
After you finish.
After each shift.
Okay.
Because sometimes when people are trying to deal with this and they're not making much headway, the problem is the shoes. And what they're doing, they're actually reinfecting themselves every time they put their shoes on.
Right. Okay. I'm going to give me
a new. Be sure you deal with that as well.
I'm going to give me a new pair this weekend. I'm glad you told me that. I was looking at some shoes anyway.
I mean, I see the same thing in folks who work construction or work in warehouses or first responders who have to wear boots for their job, especially if they're wearing steel toe and that kind of thing.
Yes.
And so the part of the problem with that type of shoe is there's not a lot of great air exchange.
And there you go. That's right.
So you're basically your feet are encapsulated in these shoes all day.
Sweat and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And so you end up just setting up, a vacation spot for fungus.
Yeah. They just sit there.
Exactly. So they have the environment, they have the food source, which is the skin and the nails. It's like being at a resort for them.
Yeah. On vacation, hanging out.
Every day.
Yeah. You're right about that. That's true.
Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is file your nails down here. So it's also going to be important at home that a couple of times a week you work on the nails, keeping them filed.
Okay.
All right. And keeping them smooth and helping to keep the thickness down. That's going to help decrease the fungal count.
Okay. I do have a file.
Yeah. Just don't rely just on the office visits. Just don't rely just on the medication.
You gotta do a little work too.
Yeah.
I had more hush than that. I was scrubbing with myself when I had a file.
Now it's important. What I'm working on now, on this big toe here, the skin part here, that's called the nail bed. So most of the infection, when you see these, typically more on the nail bed, underneath the nail, than the nail hard plate itself.
Right. That's where the fungus grow at.
Yes, sir.
And you know, been that long.
I've been that low in a while, has it?
A long time.
Yeah, looking much better here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, these calluses cause you any discomfort, any pain?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, you know, you in a job as a chef,
Right.
30 plus years, this is not surprising.
Right.
Even with the kitchen shoes, the problem, again, a lot of those shoes don't provide the necessary support that I like to see.
Right. So what shoes you to recommend?
So the shoe itself is doing what it's supposed to do as far as protecting from moisture and everything. But a lot of times they don't provide the enough
cushion.
support and cushion.
Cushion, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link for a type of insole you should use.
Okay, that's good.
Go on your shoes.
Okay.
And again, just like what we talked about before, if you can get two pair, that'd be better. So you can keep one in one pair of boots, one shoes, one in the other.
Okay.
Because you're going to have to disinfect them.
Right, spray them
after each shift.
Right.
Or you know, if it's just one pair, that's fine. Just remember to disinfect it, and then put them in your shoe, whatever you're wearing that day, to help relieve the pressure in these areas.
Yeah, I got plenty of Lysol. I got some. Matter of fact, I got some in my car now.
Yeah.
Lysol.
What's cool now is that in the stores, you know, they make the travel size.
Yeah, yeah.
The small one,
small
keep in your bag.
Keep in your bag like that. I said skinny one. Like
yeah. When we go on vacation, we take one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I saw that small travel size. It came a long way. Everything, bro. They changing the game, man. When COVID came out, man, that COVID was terrible, man. That COVID.
How'd that affect where you work?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yo, man. And we just really got mask free like about a month ago.
Okay.
We were wearing we're wearing masks all last year.
Yeah.
We just stopped.
Because you work primarily in a nursing home, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, nursing home. Yeah. I seen the good and the bad, ugly, good and the bad. And I was telling one guy, he said, "Man, I'm gonna stay here 2 years." I said, "Man, first do 1 year, 3 to 6 months." That's what I was telling him. I'm gonna do like 2 or 3. I said, "Okay." He said, "Man, why you didn't tell me?" I said, "I told you, you didn't want to listen." He gone. See, he didn't do much. He did maybe like 5 months and gone.
People need to. All right, so check. When I was in high school, one summer I worked in a restaurant in Dallas.
In Dallas?
In Dallas. I lived in Dallas at the time.
Okay.
The name of the restaurant was the Black Eyed Peas. I don't know if
Black Eyed Peas?
You know, they had one here.
Yeah, I remember they had one.
They had one out in District Heights.
District Heights? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that Black Eyed Peas.
So I worked at Black Eyed Peas. I worked in the kitchen. So I was one of the cooks, one of the line cooks.
Right.
And so that was tough work.
Oh yeah.
Right? I was like 17 maybe.
Yeah, okay.
17. Go between my junior and senior year. You know, got that little job, summer job.
Right.
And working in the kitchen, bro. Everything, you know, fry, cook, you know, everything, everywhere.
Right.
And it was an opening restaurant. So opening restaurants, it's even harder because there's a lot more traffic because you get people coming in.
Because you just hear about
because right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was across the street from the mall.
Oh, Jesus.
Across the street from Redbird Mall.
Oh, man.
So we had all that mall traffic.
Right.
And then Sundays was the after church
traffic. After church traffic.
So
nobody wants to cook.
Right. So, you know, Black Eyed Peas, it's a big sit down restaurant.
Yeah. Soulful. The thing is soulful.
I tell you, man, that was probably one of the hardest jobs I ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what you were doing? Line cook?
I was everything. Line cook, bake. We did everything but wash dishes.
Wash dishes.
They had separate cats for that.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We didn't work the front because they had different staff for that.
Staff for that. Yeah.
Right.
Bust the table.
But yeah, they had bus and crew, everything.
Mm.
Now you're going to a restaurant where you got 2 people doing everything. But.
Yeah. That's crazy, ain't it?
But we had to learn the ways they did. Learn the cookbook.
Right.
You follow directions in the cookbook to the T.
Right.
Right. No improvisation allowed.
Right.
That's why when you go to chain restaurants, all the stuff tastes the same no matter which one you go to.
Yeah, you go.
Because there's no room for improvisation at all. If they catch you improvising, they fire you.
Fire you on the spot. Yeah, you're right about that. That's definitely true.
So I tell people now, man.
Right.
You go to a restaurant, if you don't like the service, leave.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't hang around and expect them.
Because they're gonna do something.
They're gonna do something to your food.
You got that.
I've seen some things, man.
Yeah, me too. That's why I said they're gonna do something to your food. You think that, oh man, this thing tastes good. You know, did something to it. Yeah, it's good to you.
If you don't like the service at a restaurant, leave.
Leave, yeah.
Never go back.
Because we went to Farmers Flounder right there on Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Founding Farmers, yeah.
Yeah, right there on Pennsylvania. Man, they ran it. This one gave us cornbread. They gave us some kind of thing. I told her, I said, listen, I'm a chef. You're not just going to give me anything. Think I'm going to roll with that. She gave me a $75 gift card and some candy and stuff. I said, yeah, because she tried to ref. Because we spent about $300 or $400.
Right.
You gotta watch them people. They'll try you, man. It was back there that night too. Went during the holiday side, Christmas holiday season. Yeah. You like that? You like the food there?
Yeah, Founding Fathers. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's expensive, but it's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. They don't give you enough crab seafood though. A lot of people don't even know about that restaurant.
Been to the one in they have one in Bethesda, right? One that big shopping center up there.
Yeah, Bethesda. Yeah, we got one there too. I like that one down there though. It's easy to go to Pennsylvania. I just parked in the garage. That's all. Sometimes you get lucky and get a spot out on the street.
Right.
I went there 3 times now. Been there 3. I ain't been back. Every year, every 2 or 3 years I go there. You got so many restaurants now to pick, man. You know what I'm saying? I even like Carolina Kitchen too.
Yeah.
I like the one in PG. You go there?
Yeah. You talking about the one next to the movie theater?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one.
So I always ask chefs when they come up in here, what is your go-to food to prepare? What's your specialty? My
specialty is baked chicken.
Baked chicken, back. So I got another question for you. So when you're off the clock and you're at home or whatever, I'm not, or family gatherings.
Right.
Is everybody at the house or everybody or wherever you go expecting you to do all the work? To do all the food prep?
How you know?
Because even when I was 17, right, and working in the restaurant over the summer, people expecting me. I'm just learning how to do it,
and they still want you.
And they want me. What? I'm off the clock. Y'all want me to do all this now? And the same thing. I know, like when holidays come around, when Thanksgiving come around.
Me and my wife both we tag team.
Okay,
that's how I do that.
All right.
So I don't give all the work. I tag team with her. Work together. Sometimes, honey baked ham.
Yeah.
I go up there and get the ham always sliced or the turkey always sliced. Yeah. We tag team together because I know it's a lot for her. So.
I know you get folks always want to do stuff for them.
I just did curry chicken and jerk chicken for somebody.
Okay.
2 big pans for them. She retired.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's best friend, one of her friends. So I took it. We did that. I marinated Friday. Well, I marinated Saturday and cooked it Sunday evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
What's your favorite dish?
I don't.
What you like to eat the most? I mean, like to eat the most.
I'm a DMV kid.
Okay.
So seafood.
Seafood. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I figured that. Seafood. A lot of people turning towards seafood.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting them off. A lot of people don't do red meat like they used to.
Right.
Yeah, they cut back. You got a lot of vegans out there, vegetarian and stuff like that. Vegan people now. Matter of fact, I work for. So I do kosher food.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Kosher facility, Jews. I'm kosher. But we don't do like crabs and shrimp and stuff like that. We do fish and certain kind of fish, and they gotta have a kosher seal on it.
Right. So same thing, like I said, how you gotta work on the
you're right at your house
on the nails. You also have to work on these calluses.
Calluses,
Keep it from getting turned into this thickness.
Thickness, yeah.
And the insoles will help, but alone, they're not gonna do
you
the
still
trick.
gotta work on your every time you take a.
So I'll send you something that I recommend for you to use at home for that too.
Okay. Y'all take Medicare?
Every day, brother.
Okay, I got a friend of mine looking for one. I'm gonna send him up here.
You got it.
And Vernon. I'm gonna
send them on through, man.
I'm gonna send him up here. Oh, he said they want to charge him. I'm gonna send him up here. Good job.
So, again, we took samples of the nails going out to the lab today.
Right.
We should get the report back in a week or two.
Okay.
So when we get that report back, we'll call you so we can go over it.
Right.
And you can either come back here to the office,
okay,
or we can just do a telemedicine consultation.
Okay.
So we can go over the report and talk about how we're going to move forward.
I can come back.
Whichever works better for you.
Yeah, I'll come back and let you.
And again, we're going to send a prescription.
Okay.
For the cream for the bottom of your feet to start with.
Okay.
Don't forget that you got to also take care of the shoes.
Oh yeah, the spray
Yep. I'm going to send you the link for the insoles and the little device for working on the calluses.
Okay.
All right.
So that's the cream you won't give me?
No, this is A&D ointment right here.
Oh, okay.
It's locking the moisture from being in the whirlpool and everything. The cream I'm going to send you is antifungal.
Okay.
Called ketoconazole.
Okay.
You're going to apply it to the bottom of your feet and the sides and the back. All over except between the toes. Don't put it between the toes.
Don't put it between the toes.
No. What you want to use between the toes is what I'm going to put on is a powder. The only thing that goes between the toes is powders and sprays. Because they go on dry. Anything that goes wet, even if it's medication, they stay wet all day and actually just perpetuate the fungal infection. Remember we talked about that moisture issue before?
Right.
So we want to paddle that.
Foot powder.
Right. So I'll just, whatever foot powder you see,
just get some.
Put it in there. Either get the powder like this or the spray.
I had the spray. Matter. I think that's why I was not too bad because I was using the spray. I got to buy some more.
Yeah. You do that every day after showering.
The spray.
Yeah. Notice how I'm spreading the toes apart.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Be sure you do that. Just don't put it right on top.
Yeah, spray them. Spraying them apart.
There we go. There we go, my man.
All right.
Got a new start here, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Blessing. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. This is Kevin Jefferson, the DC Foot Doctor. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like it with a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you will know when a new video has been uploaded. Share it with your family and friends. If you leave a comment or a question, it may be featured in a future video. But most importantly, take care of your feet.